So, way back at the beginning of the school year, we talked about these things called literal equations. Now, a literal equation is it's an equation that has more than one variable in it. So you'll notice in this case, I have this equation, capital A equals the sum of A plus B plus C, all of that divided by 3. And then in this situation, I've got this AX plus BY equals C equation. So when I try to solve these equations, I don't know what any of these quantities are. So what I can do is I can kind of rearrange them and use some of those math properties that you guys learned in elementary school to rearrange and solve for, in this case, y, but you could solve this for a or x or b or c or any of the 5 different variables that we see here. So I'm going to solve this one for y. I'm still going to use the same kind of tricks and properties that your teachers would have wanted you to use for regular equations. So, I'm going to start by drawing a line down my equal sign and identifying which variable I'm trying to keep, which means anything that is not y on this side, which is this a, this x, and this b, I want them somehow to make it to the other side of my equation. So what I'm going to do, because I'm adding this product ax to this other product by, well, let's just subtract it, because I know whatever ax is, if I take ax away from it, it turns into a 0, and 0 plus by is just by. But remember, our rules of solving equations tell us that whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. So now I have this quantity c minus ax. Let's check, did I isolate my variable yet? No, I have y and it's being multiplied by b, so let's divide both sides by b, because remember, b divided by b is 1, and 1 times y is y. So I finally isolated this side, but now I have to divide the entire other side by b, so I have this expression here, c minus ax in the numerator divided by b in the denominator. You could also split it up, divide each of those terms by b to get this slightly different equation, which is also fine. But y is equal to c minus ax over b, or c over b minus ax over b. Let's try something like this. Again, different variables, but I'm still going to kind of approach it the same way. So I know that I'm trying to get b all by itself. So in this case, I'm kind of grouping the numerator and the denominator separately. This a plus b plus c is grouped, and then I'm dividing everything by 3. So before I can really touch these terms up top, I need this denominator to not be there. So the opposite of dividing by 3 would be to multiply by 3, because I know that dividing and multiplying are inverses. Make sure you're also multiplying the other side by 3, and I get the new expression 3a on the left, and then a plus b plus c. My pen is no longer working. I wonder what happened to it. Here we go. A plus b plus c is on the right. Now, again, I want b to be by itself, so let's get rid of this a. That makes a 0, so I have this expression 3 capital A minus lowercase a is equal to b plus c. And then lastly, let's get rid of this c, subtract that from both sides as well. So I get 3 capital A minus lowercase a minus c is equal to b.